Hey guys, welcome to a new Tokyo Dark Remembrance video. I'm very, I'm lost. I don't remember where we are or what we're supposed to do. I think, honestly, because I skipped through the whole last part of it, I'm pretty sure. I doubt Takashi would even let me back in the building unless I had a good reason. Okay. We're supposed to be, like, going somewhere, but I completely forgot. Hey. Welcome, come in, do sit down. No need to be so formal and stand there like a statue. How can I help you? Are you Yasushi? Takashi told me to come speak with you. Oh, and how's Mr. Kawana? Still as prickly as ever, I suppose. I've always found him to be wise beyond his years, though perhaps not by choice. I digress. My apologies. It's the quirks that come with old age, you know. What does Mr. Kawana think I can help you with? I'm looking into a few things related to the Common Kai, the group of family. Oh, right. His family got mixed up in. Ah, a more difficult question than you might expect. You see, there are two groups that share that name. The first, as you know, is a religious group formed by the guru, Tokimasa. The second is an ancient order over 1,000 years old. What's that you're holding? I was told it's related to the Common Kai, or the newer one, and that you could tell me about it. Ah, that explains many things, child. The far-off look in your eyes, for one. I imagine you have many, many questions. Masks are interesting, are they not? They are meant to be a disguise, yet a mask cannot lie or control itself to hide the truth. In that sense, it is a mask that is more truthful than the human faces we hide underneath them. I wonder how you came to be in possession of an object with such a dark history. I think it might be related to a missing person, but I don't know anything about it beyond that. Ah, but that itself is the essence of history, layers upon layers of personal connections that are continuously peeled back to the root. Relics that, like the one you are holding, often take unusual routes to where they end up. Relic, if it's from the Common Kai cult from the 90s, then I hardly call it a relic. Misguided and deceptive though he was, Tokimasa was no fool. In order to gain new followers, he needed to give his cult historical legitimacy. He collected obscure objects and gave them new meanings that he could control in order to manipulate his followers. The mask was what he chose, along with the name of the group that created it. Interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I guess so. Only, I guess I was hoping you could tell me more, some other things about it. For instance? Like, why... now that I'm about to say it out loud, it sounds silly. I'm sorry I bothered you. Don't be silly. You wonder, for example, why holding the mask seems to take you to another place, or perhaps why you can see visions that don't seem real. Why you feel a strong will exerting itself on you. Oh yes, I know all about those too. How could you know that? When Tokimasa was in possession of it, he believed it showed him a path to the realm of the gods. He wrote extensively on that subject. Though unlike most, I don't discount such a phenomenon as the ravings of a madman when the phenomenon repeats itself. Do you too look into the inky blackness and see familiar shapes in the shadows? Not shadows. I see and hear people who are supposed to be dead. I find things I couldn't possibly have found otherwise. Most interesting. Tell me, detective. Oh, apologies. Do you mind if I call you that? I don't remember telling you I was a detective. Ah, my mistake. You must forgive me. A slip of the tongue. Skeptical of him now. I believe it was the way you carried yourself. Determined investigators such as yourself has a sense of purpose in their mannerisms, you see? And you do seem rather determined to get to the bottom of whatever it is you're chasing. Tell me, does me telling you that your experiences are not an illusion provide you with any level of comfort? I'm not sure, but I do feel something, maybe hope. It's like I've finally got a foothold on solid ground. Yes, knowledge is a light in the dark place, is it not? To think a relic of such importance would end up with a detective, do you mind if I ask you something? Which do you believe? Are our lives controlled by fate, pre-measured threads that determine our deeds, our wishes, and our ends from the minute we come into existence? Or conversely, is our thread subject to change to the chaos inherent in the universe instead? Does it change according to our deeds and that which happens to us seemingly by accident? Do you believe it is fate or chance that decides which threads of life are cut short and which are followed? In my opinion, I think there's a path, but I also think there's opportunities to change. Like, you know, fate gives you opportunities to go towards whichever way. I mean, since this is a choice-based game, I'm gonna leave it to chance right now. Yes, of course. Maybe you feel like your life has been somewhat out of your control as of late. Yeah, like, see, control, huh? To be honest, I don't feel like I've had much of that at all since the mask came to me. You said the mask was made by the old Kamen Kai. Why confusing me can't be the purpose it was made for? Yes, a more complicated answer than you might have wished for. Indeed, it should have come as no surprise that the creation of such a mysterious object is equally enigmatic. Perhaps you could do me a favor. Don't worry, it is in relation to this very topic. An important book has gone missing from my shop. If you could retrieve it for me, I feel like it could shed a great deal of light on the subject. What kind of book? A book of the missing variety, huh? I'm sorry, I jest. It concerns the mask bearer. Mask bearer. That's me, right? Although you carry it, that does not make you its bearer. All will become clear when the book is returned to me. Sounds easy enough. Where can I start looking? Oh, you didn't go far. The man who has it is right outside this building. In fact, as I said, it's not too much of an errand, but I, of course, cannot leave my shop. It's right outside. This won't take long. I'll be right back. The octopus dude? I'm just gonna check real fast. Oh, yeah, it's the octopus. The old tea shop next door, isn't that place closed down? Those that can't be right. What else do you know about it? Pure conjecture on this one, but I think it might be owned by the kendo instructor from the dojo down the street, on account of him being the only one I ever see in there. You might not believe me, but I swear I saw him in there chatting away to himself. He might be a little nuts. Then again, it might be super awesome kendo meditation technique. Aw man, why didn't I think of that before? Next time I ought to ask him for some pointers and set a spine on him. Word through the grapevine is that he's a regional champion or something and has trained. Yeah, I know. Okay. Speaking of which, I have a bit of a crazy question for you. I know you said it was closed, but do you know anything about a book taken from there? Maybe recently. I was led to believe you would. Oh geez. Go on. Like I said, the place has been empty for years, but you know, I spent a lot of time outside it, and half the time the door's wide open. So if, one day a few months back, I decided to take a look around. Nothing suspicious or anything. I was just curious as all. Curiosity killed the cat, right? Anyways, it was all dusty and old, and there were all sorts of weird stuff lying around. So I might have taken a little souvenir. I mean, it wasn't super old or nothing, so I figured no one would miss it. Besides, it wasn't for me. It was for my kid brother. The guy can get deep in the dumps sometimes, so I try to be on the standby for when that happens, you know? So I figured a little gift would cheer him up. Back then when he was going through a particular tough time. His bitch wife, pardon my language, miss, had left him and taken their kid daughter with her. He still doesn't talk about it like he's in denial or something. Whoops, got off track again. I was heading to visit with him with the ill-gotten book when I got this phone call saying he was in the hospital. He OD'd on expensive sage and sleeping pills. Thank God that idiot decided to do it at the bar he owns with the door unlocked. A customer came in and called the ambulance. If it weren't for that, I'm not sure if he'd still be here. That's quite a story. Sounds to me like he wanted to be found. Yeah, I think so too. I think he was trying to ask for help in his own way. In any case, I took the book to him while he was in the hospital, wanted to show him that even when he was at his lowest, there was someone out there trying to do something nice for him, you know? I think it helped, for a minute anyhow. As soon as the doctors let him leave, he went right back to that toxic little bar. I hope he's okay. He's got issues, but he's my little brother and I worry about him. He hasn't been answering my phone calls lately. Originally, well, I don't know why I couldn't read that. My brother's ex-wife, sorry again, had the brilliant idea to put a skill to work in the cheap part of town. Despite that, he's holding on to it with everything he's got. The place is slowly bankrupting him, but he won't let go. All he has to do is sign some papers and move on, but he can't. Something about it has his claws deep into him. I've been trying to get him to join me in my business for years. He's a great chef, and we would make a killing. Maybe it's not the same as owning a whole bar, but serving passerby and getting some sunshine is good for the soul. Plus, food stands are doing really well abroad, I hear. Much better than wasting my away in Shinjuku at any rate. Shinjuku? Yeah, in a slimy little side street. Anyway, if that book is important to you, he's probably still got it at his place. You want the address? Wait, I knew you looked familiar. Your brother is Daizo, right? Oh, what? I didn't even put that together. You know, I'm small. Even when I heard Shinjuku, yeah, Small World was probably a smile on my face that threw you off. Tell him his brother Haruto says hi. While you're at it, tell him takoyaki stands are still the future of the cuisine. To get his butt over here, huh? I'll do that. Thanks for all your help. Frick, dude, I made the wrong choice when I told him he needs to stick it out, you know? Try something else. I should have told him to join his brother. Shoot, now I feel really bad. There's no way you could know, Stray. Daizo! Please don't be OD'd. Hi, Ayami, how can I help you today? Hey, Daizo, how are things? Oh, you know, same old. Funny thing, I met your brother while I was in Osaka today. Haruto, you mean Haruto? What are the chances? Who knows, it was pretty random. Who'd have thought? So is he stealing takoyaki at his takoyaki? I can't say that. Okay, I was reading that, and I feel like it's actually a word I know, and I'm just pronouncing it completely wrong. You say anything? He is. He said to remind you that takoyaki stands for the future of cuisine and that you should go help him. Yeah, you talked to Haruto, right? Always the optimist, that guy. I actually have a favor to ask. Do you still have the book your brother gave you a few months ago? The only thing that guy gives me is headaches. Not sure if I can help you. He said he gave it to you when you were in the hospital. Oh, what makes you think I was in the hospital? I don't even go to the hospital for checkups, huh? Besides that, adults bring me stuff all the time, always trying to drag me, kicking and screaming over to where the grass is greener. This would have been more recently, after a rough patch. Maybe it was stupid to come ask. Oh, no, it's fine. That idiot always running his mouth. Friggin' traitor, huh? Those were just some hard times, nothing serious. I just drank too much is all. I'm sorry, Detective, but I don't want to talk about it. Alright, understood. I'm not here to dig up bad memories, Daizo. Thanks. You said you were looking for a book, right? Truth is, I don't remember a book. I do remember Haruto giving me an old magazine, though, back in the hospital. It was one of the ones I used to read when I was younger, when things weren't so complicated. Wait here a second, I might have it in the storeroom still. Dang it, sorry, Ayami, hold on a second. Amazing how much junk someone accumulates over the years. Maybe I should throw some of this old stuff out, huh? Here it is. It's yours, Detective. Oh, shoot. Who's the other chick? Hey, no wonder I recognize that photo you brought by. It's the same girl, an idol named Ruby. Reina. No, Ruby, see, it says so right there on the cover. Pretty crazy, that is, this was still in my shop. Guess that means you're still looking for her. I wonder why we keep running into each other. Weird luck, I guess. Hey, I don't buy it. You're a hell of a detective. You must have a pretty sharp nose. If you say so, Daizo. You mind if I take this? Like I said, it's yours. About time I started getting rid of some of my old junk. Thank you. See you around. Take care, Daizo. Okay, so I have this now. What do I do? Is this the book he was talking about? It can't be, right? You can try, though. Before I go into the tea shop, I want to talk to him about his brother. I guess I can't. Okay. I wanted to be like, hey, you guys should really, like, help each other. Welcome back, Detective. Is that my book I see in your hands? I guess I'm a little surprised that you're trying to tell me Reina is the mask bearer you talked about. That's so hard to believe. Does it not? Does it surprise you? After all, it is she whom you seek in the dark, is it not? The dark. That's what the collector called it too. How did Reina get mixed up in all this? Oh shoot! I didn't mean to skip it. Is there a way to go? I don't think there's a way to go back. People always see history as something in the distant past involving old men and black-white pictures, but that book and the girl are as much part of his history as the rest. The threads that connect the past to the present and people to each other are not always apparent. They'll peel back the layers of connection, and the randomness of our universe neatly orders itself. A teen idol, an ancient order, the tool that they created and the detective who holds it now, all forming a neat and tidy line. Reina was some sort of idol living in Tokyo, not part of the sleeper cell in some cult. It doesn't add up. On that, Detective, we can agree, so why don't we start at the beginning? With how the mask ceased to be a mere object, the story starts in ancient times in the year 1333. At that time, Kamakura was the capital of Japan. Led by the Hojo clan, it was a time of peace, prosperity, and enlightenment. Jesus. Peace among men is a cyclical, and like so many before them, is so many after their time, peace came to an end. The Nida clan, loyal to the Emperor Go-Daigo, led a siege against the Hojo-controlled Kamakura, taking the city as the tide receded and left a key passage open to the invaders. The Hojo clan fled to the caves of their family temple. For them, there was no hope of victory or escape. They chose to retain their honor. Instead of exterminating the 870 Hojo samurai, including the last 3 regents, committed mass suicide. However, the Hojo and Nida clans, embroiled in their quest for the empire, could not see the roles they played in their plans of another group, the religious sect known as the Kamikai. It is said that in the flames of the Kamakura, a girl was seen wandering the streets, observing the carnage of the burning building. A girl lost to the histories, who went by the name of Chikako, the last survivor of the Kamikai. Okay, so whatever the Kamikai were trying to do, they failed. I mean, they all died, right? No, they did not fail. Everything went exactly as planned. Chikako did not survive by chance. She was chosen. Chosen for what? To receive the blessing of all the spiritual energy that was so much death afforded. To become the first mask bearer. Mask bearer. The Kamikai used the deaths of all those people to create this. Why? Legend has it that the Kamikai sought to contain a door, a rift leading to the spiritual realm, where our consciousness ceased to be and times holds no meaning. A place where cause and effect could be changed. Why spend so much time? Why spend so much human life and give up so much to do? To stop it from being abused. Imagine being able to see the world as a god, so that the flow of time and the rules which govern our world are of no consequence. This is the power of the door. To a mortal mind obsessed with the finality of death and meaningless accomplishment. Such power would corrupt absolutely, absolutely, a power over death. So a dark place was created to obscure the door and hide it from mortal eyes, along with a tool to control and see within darkness. It's true, isn't it? All of it. It sounds like a fairy tale, but it's true. Finding the door could be the key to bringing Tonica back. Some doors, no matter how strongly they call to us, are not meant to be opened. The Kamikai willingly gave their lives to keep it that way. The mess opens the minds of all who come into contact with it, but it is intended for its bearer. Using it to find the door may destroy you. Maybe you're right, but I could at least use it to find my way in the dark, just like the Collector said. The only thing I don't get is how Reina is connected to it. That is a mystery. As Mr. Kawana told you, the last known location of the mask was the Kamikai cult only a few decades ago. Much was suppressed about the Kamikai under Tokimasa. They existed, and then on March 4th, 1996, they met their end. There are many theories that the police killed them during their raid of the compound, or that someone with the cult snapped and murdered the others. Nothing but conjecture. I'm afraid the real answer lies somewhere deep within police records, and though I remain curious, it is not something I have access to. Perhaps the best place to start is there. Finding out about the last days of the Kamikai may help you light your path to the truth, though I wonder if such an object bred from suffering can truly put an end to it. It is you who can finally break this terrible cycle. I've spent a long time here. I'm tired, so tired. Farewell, detective. Alright, so he's like the ghost that lives here or whatever. Okay, sitting there comfortably, the historian, whatever, casually laid out everything I've experienced like he was reading it out of a book. Mass suicide, ancient groups, and a door to the spiritual realm. It sounds like a myth and an interesting story told to travelers in a bygone era. It's hard to believe it relates to Kazuki and Reina. I can't understand it. The bridge between the Kamakura samurai and a young girl. He said Reina fit into the story. She's a mask bearer, but how? Yasuhisa, the collector. I thought when I met them I'd enter the world and could start to understand, however faintly, what was going on. But my intuition as a detective tells me they're hiding something from me still. Maybe I'm overthinking. I need to keep going. What day is it anyway? How long have I been chasing these leads? Day turns to nights, the hours bleed into each other, even the seasons don't seem to follow the natural order anymore. Everything's blurring together. Ugh, my head, maybe I should take some medication. Impossible, though it seems following the old man's hunch is my best bet to finally understanding the mask. Even Takashi didn't know what happened to the Kamikai. Finding the police report is the way forward. A few weeks ago, it would have been easy for me to ask around and pull a file. It'll be a little bit more difficult now, I imagine. What's the worst that can happen? I should head to HQ and see what I can find. Really going back to HQ, huh? We could always still go to Kabuchi. Never mind, I'm trying to switch and I can't go anywhere. I think it's to stop you, because once you chose like the path of the mask or the dark, you can't go, can't choose a different one. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Funny, me and some other guys were just talking about you after the practice the other day. Specifically, we were taking bets as how long it would be before you showed your face again. Shame you didn't. You coming in here now cost me 10,000 yen. Jeez, how much? Not that it matters. Ever since you left, things are looking up for me. I won the last department kendo tournament. I've been enjoying my promotion. Oh yeah, thanks for the new office, by the way. Anyway, non-active duty cops, or you, in other words, ain't allowed in the HQ right now. So what do you want? Oh man, this just gets better and better. Begging me for a favor, huh? I kind of figured you might someday. I could always ask frickin' what's her face. So what do you want me to do, Ito? Sneak into the evidence locker, steal your gun back for you? Like yeah, I'd do anything for you. Buddy, I got my gun. The brass, I've already told everyone in the damn station to steer clear of you. You're considered bad luck for people's careers, well, myself included, I suppose. Wouldn't expect anyone to do any favors from here on if I were you. And I'd rather not have people see us talking and think that we're all friendly or something. Now get out of here before I have to call someone down here. Okay, threatening with violence is clearly not a way to go. I really can't choose somewhere to go, so I guess I'm going back here. What do I do? Oh. I'm surprised to see you back. How can I help you, detective? I was told your dojo trains a lot of police. That's right, I train many of them personally. Do you know Akira Taira, a detective from Tokyo HQ? Yes, Taira, I know him quite well. A man with a great deal of innate talent in martial arts, though that talent is offset somewhat by his, how to put it, brash personality. Brash is a very diplomatic way of putting it. Sorry to put you on the spot, but Tower's just about the only usable link I've got left in the police force and the one person who's trying to stop me the most. Seeing as you train with him all the time, I was hoping you might know something that would change his mind, if you know what I mean. Are you asking me to help you blackmail Tyra? Beyond the obvious reasons why I wouldn't help you do that, I also happen to think it wouldn't work. You might be surprised to hear this, but Detective Tyra actually lives a fairly straightforward life. His excesses are nothing that would draw any scrutiny, at least not among his fellow officers. I hear he's engaged to be married soon as well. Someone actually agreed to marry that slime, that poor girl. Yes, a very nice girl. Apparently they're very happy together. Oh yeah? We'll see how long that lasts. May I ask what exactly Tyra did to make you feel so strongly about him? Did to me? You should be asking him that. Ever since I started, he's looked down on me and never missed a chance to remind me how he felt. I ignored him because I figured if I worked hard enough and earned my promotion, it would shut him up once and for all. You eventually got this promotion, I take it. Well, did he shut up like you thought? Nope, he got worse. It started with him spreading rumors about me sleeping around in HQ, and then there were various complaints to my supervisor. He couldn't stand that I'd won. It's all falling apart now, though. He got my old job, and every time I see him, he has that smug grin on his stupid face like he's mocking me. So you hate the fact that, at least in his mind, he was right. Sometimes, something like that. Tyra's not the first person to think a woman didn't deserve the promotion I got, but it stung like a little extra when I ended up at my desk. Yes, I thought as much. You're not saying you think that brown-nosed and sexist, lazy, good-for-nothing asshole actually deserves my spot, are you? Dang. No, I can't judge the inner workings of the police force, but from what I've heard, it certainly wouldn't be the first time an officer didn't earn their promotion, honestly. Often I watch my students spar and I notice an interesting trend, you see. Usually the outcome of the matches have nothing to do with their skill. Is there more at the end of this story? Patience, Ito. You see, two students will face each other, but before they even draw their swords, they've decided the outcome. Students rank each other in themselves based on practice, their social status, their schools, or any number of things before they even enter my dojo. A student persevering himself as a stronger, perceiving himself, Jesus, as stronger will always be more relaxed, more ready to attack, while the student who's resigned himself to defeat desperately defends. It's not skill or merit that wins the battle, it's expectations. Do you see where I'm going with this? I do, but I'm not sure if I like it. You're saying that unless I can break Tyra's perception of me, I'll keep losing, right? Exactly. For a man like Tyra who expects certain things of women, you've defied him at every turn, but if I suck up to him and play the part, it might throw him off guard enough for me to win this fight. Sound about right? Very perceptive here, this should help. Sage? It's a gift. Wow, that's so flattering, I barely even know you. I suppose in order to degrade myself in front of scum like Tyra, I could use a drink. It's not for you. I was gonna say it's for freaking Tyra. Oh, and here I was thinking you were being nice. This is very expensive brand, as a matter of fact, is Tyra's favorite. A gift for his promotion. A promotion he stole. A promotion into my position. Think of it as a way to throw him off balance. You can't strike at his heart until he drops his guard after all. You know how to play the role he expects of you. I suspect you know the type of woman he likes. Much as it pains me to admit, that might work. Thanks for the saga. I spoke to the historian. You were right. He knew about the Kamikai and the mask. Kakashi, what is he? I don't understand your question. He's one of them. Ito, are you alright? He's just an old man. What else would he be? No, Takashi, you must have noticed. There's something off about him. Like the collector, but no, not exactly like him. I'm not sure what Yasuhisa told you to scare you like this, but I've known him for years. He's a bit eccentric and too philosophical for his own good, but he's harmless. Philosophical, sorry. Allow me to offer some advice. What are you feeling right now is not him. It's you. The more time I spent researching the Kamikai in the past, the more I begin to feel the world has gone mad. But it continued to turn on its axis as it always does. It's me who became unhinged. You could always walk away, Detective Ito. Some mysteries aren't worth solving. I can drink it? Wait, did it actually, let me walk away? Oh, I can go into the tea shop. Okay. Well, we're almost out of time here, but we can get one last little arc here. Let's see how this goes. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm sorry. That's it, Ito. I've heard enough of your... Wait, what? You heard right, Tyra. I'm sorry. You're a good detective, and I never did congratulate you on your promotion. Here, this is for you. I get it. So you think bribing me is gonna work, huh? Ken no Michi? Is that the bottle of Ken no Michi? No way. It sells out in weeks. Even my family really managed to get a bottle, and they knew the people to ask. How'd you get it? That's not important. Consider it an apology for how I've treated you in the past. I present this to you as a way to formally hand over my old position. It's clearly in better hands now. Dude, oh my gosh. Honestly, I could definitely swallow my pride, but but oh my gosh, he's bowing too. Get up, will ya? Ito, it's fine, just get up already. Okay, I accept your apology. Hell, didn't know you felt that way. I mean, in light of recent events and all, it's long overdue. Guess with all the stress you've gone through, the delay is understandable. Jesus. Glad you finally learned to manage your emotions appropriately. Thank you for your kind words, Detective Tyra. Once I return to the department, I know I'll have much to learn from you. Hey, it's a little early for that kind of talk, don't you think? We don't even know if they'll let you back on the force after the hearing. Yes, I suppose you're right, Detective. I shouldn't have spoken so brashly. Gosh, dude. Ito, stop that, please. I always thought you'd be a better cop if you listened to your fellow detectives a bit more. Suppose there's a lot you have to learn from me, eh? I know, you're right, Detective Tyra. I was so brash before, that's probably how I ended up here. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for dropping this by, Ito. To tell you the truth, it's been a tough time for all of us. It's better to stick together. We're all on the same team after all. Maybe once you're back and me and you can partner up. One can only hope I'll be so lucky. Right. Look, I gotta get back to my office. You need anything else? Well, I was thinking, but oh no, I couldn't possibly bother you. You're so busy. It's fine, I can handle it. Go on. Well, I know I shouldn't, but I've been doing a little research in an unofficial capacity, you know. I was wondering if you could pull a file for me. No, I can't give you access to the system. You're suspended, and besides, be against regulations, and I guess if you stay on that side of the counter, I could get Ishibashi to help you. Don't think this means we're best friends or anything. It's just repayment for the Ken no Michi. Oh, thank you, but Tyra, or Detective Tyra, I wouldn't want to impose you on such a busy schedule. Again, to stand up. Sagi, I'm going back to my office. Look up the file Ito wants. Log the search query to my name. Got it? Yes, sir. Of course. I'll be in my new office all afternoon, so direct any calls there. Clear? Yes, sir. I think he's gone. Damn, Miami. I mean, I've twisted some guys around my finger before, but that was something else. Don't think it'll take long to get your office back if you can keep working up that magic. Miami, listen to me very closely. It's very, very important you teach me how to do that for professional purposes. I think you're all right on your own, Saki. Ooh, fine, be that way. Anyway, you've got Tyra's sign-off. What did you want me to look up for you? On March 4th, 1996, there was a raid on the compound belonging to the cult called the Kamikai. I'd like the official report plus anything else you can find on it. Well, that's some heavy reading material. I'll get right on it, boss. Doesn't seem like there's much to go on here. Looks like there's only one file. Righto, I'll put it on a USB for you so you can take it with you. Just don't tell anyone. Here you go. Thanks, Saki. I owe you one. You owe me more than one, Ayami. I'll see you around. Yo, man. Saki's actually really funny. Alright, guys. We've officially run out of time. So I'm going to end that here. Looks like we're going to learn a little bit... sorry, a little bit of what happened, a little bit more of what happened next episode. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys later.